Who Let the Dogs Out? The original and longest-running call to adoption TV event returns for its 19th season. Team Rough and Team Fluff will go paw to paw once again at the Puppy Bowl. And here to make sure there's not too much roughhousing is a referee. We have Dan Schachner, who returns for his 12th season. Dan, who do you have with you?
Hey everybody, this is Hattie, up for adoption right now through Muddy Paws Rescue here in New York City.
Oh my God, she is so adorable. And I wanted to ask Dan, I mean, how tough is the competition this year between Team Rough and Team Fluff?
Depends on how you define tough. I mean, if we're talking about athletic skill, extremely tough. If we're talking about cuteness level, like who's the cutest in terms of the competition, that is off the charts. 122 different adoptable dogs from across the country, representing 67 different shelters across 34 states. It's our biggest roster ever. They're all amazing. I can't wait for America to see them.
I mean, we're looking at some of the footage. They look so adorable. As the referee, what are you looking for between the two teams during the game?
Well, a clean game would be too much to ask for, right? Let's be honest. They are untrained puppies. This is not the Westminster Dog Show, okay? We have no special tricks here. They're puppies being puppies, so a clean game is what I always hope for, since I'm stepping all over that very soft, absorbent turf field that the dogs are on. Second, I want a good high-scoring game, because again, the more puppies that score, the more exciting the game is, and the more we get to spread the love around. The interesting little trivia fact for this year's game: we only started keeping score 8 years ago. In that time, Team Rough has won 4 times. That's what Hattie's representing, the orange bandana, and Team Fluff in the blue bandana has also won 4 times. That means that this year's Puppy Bowl on the line is true bragging rights. Very high stakes. And as far as who's going to win, all I can tell you as a non-partial official is that both teams looked amazing in training camp.
Oh my gosh, and it's such a cuteness overload. Do any of the pups, do they roughhouse a little too much? And if so, how do you take control as the ref?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we have the penalties ready to go. I got that flag ready: roughing the pupper, paws interference, illegal use of the hounds, whatever it takes. But we're gonna call it if it's egregious. We kind of turned a blind eye to the other things that puppies do. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah, she knows. The number 1s and number 2s on the sidelines, we kind of have to ignore those because they're gonna do it. But the big ones, like you said, when there's some rough housing, if they take a bath in the water bowl, which happens more often than you think, if they take a nap on the sidelines, we will penalize them for that. And we also have an excessive cuteness penalty for when they're just looking too adorable and they use those puppy dog eyes to look right into the camera. We all know that look. It can put you in a trance.
Yes.
I try to also, curb that behavior.
It's a tough job, but you've been doing it successfully very well. Why do you think the Puppy Bowl is such a phenomenon for people to watch?
I mean, it's pretty easy, right? Like, it's a game everyone can get behind, no matter who you're rooting for in the human football game. In our big game, Team Rough, Team Fluff, they're all winners. They're all, you could be 9 years old, you could be 90 years old, you could be from any part of the country, rooting for any team. Everybody gets behind the Puppy Bowl. It's before the human football game, so you can watch us as your pregame if you're having a Puppy Bowl party. And then tune in to the other one afterwards. But I guarantee you, ours is a lot cuter. And also, the human football, they don't cuddle after touchdowns, as far as I've seen.
Right.
But we do.
Yeah.
So there's something there, too.
I like this idea of pre-gaming. Definitely got to watch the Puppy Bowl. I know you can't be biased, but are you rooting for Team Rough or Team Fluff this year?
It's truly 50-50 because they've both won. If one of those two teams, right, had won a majority of the championships over the years, I would say, all right, Team Rough has the edge. But literally, they've each won 4, and in each one of those matchups, it's been tight. Last year's game was won by 3 points. Like, they're so right down to the wire. These teams are really neck and neck. So this year, it's anybody's guess. Look out, though, for special players like Espresso, Josh Allen Hound, let's see, Talon Hurts. These guys are great, and they've come to play.
Yes. In addition to all of the fun, tell us about how this all works to help pets find their forever homes.
Oh, so easy. So if you're watching Puppy Bowl, fall in love with one of the dogs, go to puppybowl.com, and they'll take you right to the starting lineup. You'll find the dog that you've fallen in love with and connect you directly with the shelter. Now, it is Puppy Bowl. Millions are watching, so they do get adopted quickly. So we tell everyone who's watching, if when you contact the shelter, they're like, sorry, you know, Espresso's been adopted, chances are Espresso is part of a litter. Or chances are Espresso has a parent, or, you know, just somebody related to them in that shelter that might be similar. So the point is, connect with your local shelter, because you may not find the perfect puppy then, but eventually with a relationship, you will.
And you can catch the Puppy Bowl before the big game on Animal Planet this Sunday, February 12th at 11 a.m.